well come with it. And pretty standard for the side of DistInkt, but not standard for, you know, the general console.
Right. With DistInkt, we're used to seeing Tame on trouble. However, if we look at early in that side, we're going to take it out. And Chewits is going to move onto this left-hand side very quickly. Dude is getting pressure. Chewits looking for the kill. Getting collapsed with Savage, with who's going to jump out. And that's early control for Chewits.
Yep, and Chewits immediately take mid with that early team fight in the first 30 seconds, and they're just going to look to keep on growing their control. They have 2 strikes and a Zuka, which are going to come out soon. The Zuka gets popped, and so does one from the side of DistInkt. Afro dropping on the right side, taking down Savage, but is he going to be able to get Chano as well? No, Chano will take the fight on the bottom side, and now Tiger is the only one left on the side of DistInkt.
Might be getting shut down, but also one behind him. Teammates going down from Afro on the left-hand side. That's Boots down. It's trade to the left-hand center.
Tame.
And Tame from behind. Magic cut off the tower. There's a super situation. Chris, I believe, is still behind. Trying to sort of know he's jumping out and trying to hold on the right top of that. Tame looking for another big section. Looking for support. Bubbles in that section. Chano is looking to shred. Chris looking to follow up. But Tame is going to look for Chris. Take him down. Traded out by Chano.
Yep, Chano and Co are able to clean up the mess on top right, but Tiger looks to create more, as they won't be able to find it now, but a jump landing in mid, that's vulnerable, and Afro just looking to protect it, survives somehow, as Chano's not able to confirm the kill. 2 members from DistInkt still alive, and now only one. As the rest will be in top mid and back in their court. Chewits have mid for now, but will they be able to retain it?
Still behind him, managed to catch damage off guard, looking to push on his left-hand side of the map with Bubble. That's unfortunately another one of the teammates down, and Chano is standing in the tower. Stuck between 2 lines. Do I look front or do I look behind?
Tame shot on the left side. The final this, Chano in his range, not able to capitalize and claim the kill. Chano stay standing, throw these strikes out, and now Chewits have the opportunity to engage if they so wish to. However, Chris falls in the back line. Afro has slipped behind them. Savage and Chano take them out. And now 2 in the top left are going to be pressured with these ink strikes coming out.
By 2 well, the push Chewits back into their spawn. Chris trying to survive this 5-well and managing to jump out without getting killed, which is huge. But unfortunately, Chewits, it's the top left control for the side of DistInkt as Tame bubbling in court early. Azuka out from Afro, I believe, and that's Afro dead as a result. This early popping specials might cost them. Tame looking to swallow anyone who tries to drop into this court, but Chewits on the right side of the map at the right time, and they've collapsed perfectly on this push.
That early Zuka on their push had to find impact. There was only the whale after that, and that was not enough to keep getting kills to remove Chewits from the defensive points that allowed them to just deny DistInkt their push. There's 1 minute 40 left, and they have to get down past 25, and Chewits are looking to not make that happen. The strikes will come out. They have a second set as well. Afro looking to get stuff done in a fight with Savage. There will be a trade, and now Tame going up to the right side. Chris and Chano are close by, able to get hit onto one, but not much more for now, as Tiger will be in middle, and Tame looking to create pressure from this right side, will kill Chris, but may not be able to find more for now. Has the big bubbler, as there's action in DistInkt court as well. The tower still pushing in Chewits' side, and they just not in the enemy base, but they're still able to keep up pressure to not allow DistInkt to grow their lead.
Yeah, and that's not rather, when Tame was just trying to create space forward for his team, but his team were getting pushed behind, and that's Savage with a huge pick on the right hand side. They're looking to collapse on Afro. Potentially he's going to back away fairly close to strike. He'll probably take one in the next 5 seconds, and he will. As Azuka comes out, he finds one of the bomb. Savage, huge. It pops cooler on the tower. Chano looking to push this top right to stop anyone. Azuka out from the stick. The strikes to respond. A trade out on the left-hand side. That was Chris. An excellent effort. And Savage has gone in and found Luge. To find Tiger, perhaps. Tiger doesn't escape with their life. Savage is on fire right now.
Afro alone in middle, trying to be the hero, but Savage does it all in DistInkt spawn and able to escape with his life. And Chewits have the strikes online. These could be GG strikes for the game, as there's now 3 fighting in DistInkt's court for Chewits. Savage dancing around and takes down Mood and keeps his life in the same engagement. Now, Tame looking to try and find impact, but it's desperation for DistInkt at this point. It's looking like game one is going to go in the favor of Chewits. It's so close to happening. The strikes are still on the tower. All Sandwich needs to do is climb on top and take tower control shipshape for Chewits.
And a well-played map from Chewits. They played their offense well, they played their neutral well, they played their defense well. They, again, they look like a well-oiled machine. They look very much better compared to when they fought the Management. You might have expected to play a little more better and a lot more like this. And it's good to see that Chewits are still proving that they are currently the second best team at this event.
Yeah, you want to keep a good showing. You want to have good showing in this series, even if it's not an elimination match. You want to show not only yourselves, but also your opponents that you're able to perform at this level and keep that through to the rest of the bracket.
Right. I'm going to look to see how DistInkt respond, because of course now that we are in our Elim bracket, excuse me, we are moving on to best of fives with counterpicks, so the losing team gets to pick the next map mode. So we're going to try and figure out what DistInkt might try and do.
Yeah, do you think what mode preference do you think they'll have?
I think they will quite like Rainmaker, of course. Like they have bow. Probably would put Mooj on the vanilla tri-stringer, which has Toxic Mist and Killer Whale, which are very great tools, especially in Rainmaker, and especially with the way Chewits like to play. They like to play very bunched up, very grouped up, and look at collapsing on 2v1 situations like they did in the previous game. If they pick Rainmaker, they might well have a better chance, because DistInkt like to play off of individualism, off of, I don't want to call it heroism per se, but it's sort of like they all have their own game plan that they want to carry out in any given moment. Like we see Afro taking so many off angles.
Yeah.
And we see Tame behind the enemy lines so often. And if we get, and we didn't see it much from Tiger, but hopefully if Tiger is going to move to V-Roller, hopefully they can establish some more pressure and some more like skirmish potential.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, if that individualism gets a huge play out of any of those four players, the other three are able to immediately rush in and just snowball that advantage that they gain, which what they weren't able to do in game one, but with their counter pick seemingly being Zone's Hagglefish, they feel that they are going to be more easily able to do that on this map.
I'm going to predict that we might see Tame move on to the Charcoal Decapitator to make use of that Inkjet. It's quite strong on this map. It's a very hallway map, I would describe it. And Jetpack would prove to be quite useful, and then that would mean Tiger would be switching onto Vanilla Roller with the bubble to make up for the lack of mint.
Inkjet definitely can get a lot of impact on this map. The only difficulty is going to be dodging that assumingly snipe rifle that Ips is going to be on the opposing side. If he is in a position such as Glass that is far back enough to be safe from either the Inkjet's teammates or the Inkjet itself, but still be able to shoot you, it's so difficult to dodge and be able to stay alive for as we head into game 2 of this best of 5. Chewits currently up 1-0 and look to extend their lead. DistInkt, can they equalize?
Chris on Squeezer actually this time. Foil Squeezer coming out, and as I correctly predicted, but this time we get the incline bow with the chumps to sort of maybe put some more paint on Zone, get Chewits distracted, and apply some more kind of pressure. It might allow Tame to move in as Tiger following behind. Early zone cap from DistInkt. Looking to push his left side, Bazooka out from Sandwich, managing to find 0, but that's 1 on the left, that's 2 for Chewits. However, somehow, some way, it's going to get picked by Chris as he stems the bleeding and stays in the neutral game, and a flip for Chewits.
It looked like DistInkt had everything they could want with the double kill and being in 4v2 in terms of numbers, but Chewits are able to just claw their way back immediately. Tiger immediately somehow punished before that kill was able to go off, and Afro dropping into the pit is the only member alive for DistInkt, and they will have to just evacuate the scene as the only special they have left is Bazooka. One on the side of Chewits as well. Now the Roller gaining their special. Bazooka coming out. Will it be able to find a kill? Savage looking to immediately counter. Chris and Afro will both fall simultaneously. Tiger too. It's a 3v2 in favor of Chewits as Tame will drop in on this side. Is Savage being distracted currently? Will there be a pincer? Not yet, as Chewits are getting down point very quickly.
Yeah, DistInkt's call was to reconvene and get that Inkjet on so that Afro could get in on the left-hand side, perhaps looking for someone, but the Chewits watching it and they've been shut down by a trade. Tiger bubbles onto Zone and Mooj gets
Chano.
That's right. Chano's under, might be able to find the value, gets cut out by Tame.
Yeah, Tame able to kill Chano from under glass, what could have been an extremely dangerous position. An autobomb finds 2 from Chris, as he will just keep pushing forward, as DistInkt only have 2 left, and they are sharking. They're not backing away. Tiger could have a huge opportunity, takes Chris, but will be traded. DistInkt will not be able to go back into mid off of that, but it looked like there was a chance that Samage will pop his Zuka onto that top left side. Not finding a kill, but will stall their team fight for now, as Afro hits the go button, hits the Zuka. Tame is looking to pincer from the right side as the rest of DistInkt push through mid. And Afro finding Samage on the left, as he will go for Chris too. Will he find it? Not yet. Both members having safety, as Chris will win the 1v1. And now DistInkt have capped the zone, but will they be able to sustain this mid control?
It looks like DistInkt are finding their way into Chewits' court. That's 2 down already this early, with the zone still ticking. It looks like DistInkt could very well get this lead, potentially take this game. Nebula goes down from it. Chano looking to strike from this 10. Managing to find 1, pushes through back. Tiger on the left-hand side with Afro in support, I believe. Looking to find any value, managing to find 1, but traded out.
The zone
Still not capped. Chano looking for any picks, but the chumps, Chano can't deal with them. He needs his team to sort of get this zone back, but it's going to be a lead for DistInkt.
Chewits have the specials, but they don't have the zone at all, as the Zukas in the screen will come out now, and so will 2 kills in Chewits' favor, as Tame looks to be a hero and stay on this left side, but Audio Q will know that the strikes damage someone. However, they're just going to stay here for now, as DistInkt will look to regroup and come into the team fight. Is he aware? Tame is going for something, and now the Chewits members are going to turn back and kill him immediately. The Zuka for DistInkt kills on both sides, but still Chewits have more numbers, as DistInkt are going to try and go for this zone, but it's going to stay in Chewits' favor, and they almost have the lead.
Chano finds 1 on top of it, but there was a flip from DistInkt, so they still have another chance to hold this neutral. Chano might get caught out from the bow. Afro looking to push from this bottom left side. They don't know. Chano finally sees him. Afro gets cut down. Chano with the strikes, and another down. That's 10-3 down for DistInkt. It's just Tiger left trying to find any value. Jumps out, and now Chewits have control of court once more.
Yeah, a smart jump out there for Tiger, as DistInkt are going to have one of their last attempts to retake with 1 minute remaining. The bubble is already there for the roller, as Tame looks to go on this far right side again, but is this push predictable? This may have happened too many times, however, it will be an inkjet now, and a combination with the Zuka. The Chewits members are split far apart. Samage is weak, and 2 are down for Chewits, as so are the same for DistInkt. 1 point away, and DistInkt will keep their lead intact. Chris and Ips trying to paint, as Chano will jump in. Tame will do the same, fighting on the zone of the splash wall, and there are no specials out currently, but there is still a brawl for this zone with 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left to go. Small mistake, any kind of auto option I guess we saw from before could be the end of this game. Nebula has run out 4, I believe. That's Chris down, actually. Chano looking to stop Tame from walking, but Average on the bottom right-hand side, managing to trade the Samage. That's 2
Chumps
down.
and inkjet.
And the Chumps and the inkjet from Tame. All of this pressure that Chewits can't drop into just yet. They're going to wait for the dying moment. Chano pops the strike, but it gets taken. His life gets taken. Chris trying to put screen on the zone, trying to find any value. Huge goes down, but Tame and Afro hold the zone down. And a comeback from DistInkt. We are 1-2-1.
This top 4 is heavily contested, and if you didn't believe it, this game should have shown you. Wow, DistInkt fighting back in this series and putting us back to an even scoreline.
That was a great change of pace from DistInkt. They managed to make use of sort of the flank routes a lot on Bullfish a lot. They made a great use of that. They also made a great use of all of this paint pressure they can put in such a quick succession, with instantly popping those chumps and getting Mooj as close as possible to that zone in a safe position where they can just flip at any given moment. It was definitely helpful that earlier in the game that they got such a good push to begin with, that Chewits couldn't sort of, even with their slow and methodical approach, couldn't outmuscle.
Yeah, something that you don't see, even from a lot of high-level teams, is just the special coordination when you need it in the high-pressure moments. Sometimes you just need to wait until you have a minimum of 2 specials to just put together, and then you can go, and you're going to almost guarantee that you can get some form of really important space, if not the objective itself. And that's something that DistInkt were able to do a lot, especially with that bubbler and that inkjet. And then, as you saw at the end, the chumps in the inkjet as well. Just creating so much pressure that either forces Chewits to just completely separate so they can't help each other, or just back away and give DistInkt the exact space they want.
It'll be interesting to see how Chewits try and re-establish themselves considering that they'd only dropped a game, well, they only dropped a set to use Mammoth. They might not have been expecting this, and it feels like that going deeper into this tournament, Chewits are probably starting to realize that, okay, well, any team can do any kind of damage at any point, and that game 2 was testament to that, right? So it'll be interesting to see if Chewits can sort of bring us back to game 1 in the way that they carried themselves forward with confidence, with pride, as we head into our next map on Rainmaker Scorch.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Rainmaker was a strong move for DistInkt potentially. However, this is Chewits Mafia's map pick. As they feel confident on this map mode, I believe they were victorious on it earlier today. As they will look to do the same to go to a 2-1 lead. Up for grabs for either of these teams in this series. They'll both go out, obviously. Tactical that is going to be hunted on the side of Chewits Mafia as DistInkt will get the pop in mid. Chano, early vulnerable, but Afro will be the one who falls because they took the fight. Rouge just looking to be an absolute nuisance for the side of Chewits, a thorn in their side, which they will be for now. Not able to get the kill on Chano, but he will be forced to back off as the Zuka comes out from Smash damage, and an early fight should happen here as Rouge gets the first kill.
Forward Chris, what is Chewits that look like they're going to be victorious in this neutral? At the end of the day, Chris farming this splatter color screen, trying to urge their team forward. Chris marks it. Chris looking to make sure no one is dragging Tame is sharpening. Going to drop behind them. Have they noticed? Tame looking from behind, manages to find one. Can they find a second? No, they're trading out, but it's a good start for DistInkt if they want to find themselves back in the mid.
Yep, that's a good way to stall this push, but they need to be able to do more to get Chewits out of middle here as they look to start that process now. Tiger popping the bubble, able to just stay safe on this left side. Afro and Samage in the duel on the top left won't result in anything as of the moment, as we see so many members from the server just hanging around middle. Chewits are going to get the pop again, and we're going to see strikes available to them now. Chris, so close to Afro, 2 members on them, will take down Samage, and now Chewits have only 2 standing as DistInkt are going to run towards that checkpoint with the Rainmaker only. They'll have no specials online as the Zuka holder will fall, and Mooj is going to get pushed out with these strikes here. Looks like they're not able to do anything. No, they're going to fall off the map. That's not what you want.
Looking at how they were trying to stall it up on the rail there to avoid the strikes, which was a smart play nonetheless, but just a poor execution of it. But the bomb kill, Afro going down again. That's the Zuka holder again. Chano on the side, shut down by Tame. Is Tame going to drop the strike? No, they're going to wait ever so slightly. Almost got caught out, but Tame is going to move in, trying to find one. He's going to cut Chris down in 2.
Tame, an insane double kill from them as Ips is alone on the top right side, just going to stall for as long as possible before he falls, and now DistInkt are able to have an opportunity to fight for this right side of the map that they so desperately need for that checkpoint with the Zuka that comes out now and the bubbler that is available for Tiger as Tame and 3 members of DistInkt are going to be marching forward, able to find one, and now the inkjet coming out, the checkpoint should be claimed as Mood will go right up there, and the inkjet will take down Ip. Samage on this left side as DistInkt look to just keep going for more.
That's 2 down again, they're staggering Chewits Mafia, trying to stop them from walking through this alleyway. Tame looking to swivel on top, but that's 3 down and a quick wipe. Only 29, but potentially we could have seen more points from DistInkt, but Chewits collapse quickly, and they're back into mid quickly. Chris looking for this ramp space already, trying to stop any walkers. Tiger might be close by, choosing to wait for the rest of their team so they can get some kind of equivalent swing out and strike it out. This might be quite early for Chewits because Tame and the rest of his team aren't even there, but that's a big pick on the left-hand side of Chano, crossing left a lot. By Tame, Zuka managing to find them. Hang on a minute, the bubble with Tiger in panic. Can they find and shred and kill Tiger, who is stalling for top right? Afro still there, Tiger down, Afro looking to drop on in about a couple of seconds. The miss, stopping it, moving forward, and the bomb kill stops it from progressing any further.
Tame is going to drop and look to pop this Rainmaker to just discard Chewits from their base, and I can't believe how Tiger stalled for that long, just alone, denying an entire team that push. And Tame pops the inkjet. DistInkt will intentionally reset the Rainmaker, and that is a great defense for them.
We're going to walk through the screen and get one? Okay. Fair play. As Savage traded it out, looking for Tame in this bottom left space. He's going to opt to play around his right side instead. He's going to ignore it. Tame is coming up, trying to stop Chano from walking into court. Tiger managing to trade with the Rainmaker. Really good though is Stewart, but Chano was not looking at the ramp, did not see them walking in. Afro looking to fight Sam, gets punished. Sam, be careful, the Rainmaker needs popping. The strikes need to come out. He's going to maybe try and move forward with this. It's quite close to Zuko, but that's a huge pick on the ramp. Jet might get punished. No, Chano shut down by Tame. Tame looking for a second. Chris jumps out, gets away with his life just about, and the Jet will stall just a little bit longer.
It's just Samage and Chris for now, as the jump-ins will come through for Chewits. They're going to get their resources soon. There's going to be a Zuka and the screen for the side of Chewits. They have to make such good use of these as DistInkt are going to pop their killer whale soon. Not many other specials available for them, as the Zuka will come out, not be able to kill Mooj immediately. As Samage will fall to a bomb. Chewits, it's not looking good for them. DistInkt looking to take the lead in the series as Chris and Chano will venture forward, trying to gain an advantage for DistInkt. Gain a good leverage in this defense. The Zuka will come out, the Rainmaker's weak. It's dropped back. There's 18 seconds. They have to go now, as Chewits Mafia don't have what they need. And the curling bomb will finish it. DistInkt moves to 2.
Point. And even after being influenced, had the chance to take the series off of Chewits Mafia. Spotlight, it's 2-1.
This is a statement. This is a statement. They do have to finish the job. It's not done yet,
The job's
obviously.
not finished.
The job is not finished, but it's much closer than it was at the beginning. Wow. I think an important factor is going to be that the next 2 maps will both be, well, if it goes to a Game 5. Actually, no, I'm completely wrong. I was going to say they're both going to be Chewits picks. No, if it went to Game 5, that would be a DistInkt map choice in Game 5. So, yeah, that's another thing about being the first to lose the match point. That Game 5 is going to be guaranteed to be an enemy map pick, and that's dangerous.
I said we were going to look at how Chewits might reconvene after dropping a game, but it seems that like they sort of carried that same sort of demeanor going into game number
Almost
3.
disappointment.
Right. It seemed like they weren't functioning properly as a team. It felt like they were sort of playing into DistInkt events more so, and we know that's not how Chewits like to play. So as we move on to our next counter pick, which is Zones Ramen, this pick is available because Chewits did not win the Zones game that DistInkt counter-picked earlier.
Yep.
But yeah, this should be a strong pick for them, and it should be honestly, I think it should be a map point for them. Almost, not nearly guaranteed with how DistInkt are playing, but really they should be comfortable in this map, Chewits Mafia.
Yeah, on paper, except we said a lot of things on paper today. This scoreline is not one of them. So we're going to see how it goes. We're seeing some quite fast weapon lock-ins here, but I'm not sure if Chewits are going to do the same. Maybe take these 80-odd seconds to just reset, plan out what they're going to do in this game if they feel so appropriate, and just decide what attitude they're going to carry into this game. Because even though obviously you're not eliminated after day 1, you're not eliminated after losing the series, you really don't want to be in that position, especially when losers round 1 is Infrared.
And if we cast our mind back to the last set between yours, Mammothly, and Infrared, the other semi-final, Infrared were playing way better than they were in the group stage, even despite being the bottom seed. So I would be terrified right now if I was Chewits. I would not want to drop to that lower bracket, so I would go into day 2 against an Infrared like that.
This game could send DistInkt to the winners finals of Splat Legacy. Or on the other side, Chewits could force us to a Game 5. It's Splat Zones on Robo and Ramen as both teams charge forward to mid. And we're going to see a caller come out from the side of Chewits soon, but so will they lose a member. And DistInkt look to just take the space immediately. As Tiger looked like they wanted to move up, however, will not opt to do so. A wise decision. It would be too early. And Shark from Afro will slow things down for a second, but random picks just keep on being lost to Chewits. As DistInkt, there's not a huge number of advantages, but they keep on stacking as they're already down to 60, and they could be going to way more.
Right now, this one is getting flooded, hammered, pestered by everything that is going on. Putting strikes onto the zone now to try and neutral, they can't get it though, and Tiger pops the bubble. Azuka, not poorly timed on moves. Savage finding one in the bottom left, that's 2 down. Tiger trying to take the zone, but it's just Tiger left in the bottom left hand side, and then Marth must jump out surely. Chewits finding the weaker post.
Chewits finally get the team fight they need, regaining mid-control and the zone. And now, how far are they going to be able to push this? Suzuka gets popped. No kills for now, even though all 3 shots fired. Tame taking posts at Chewits, however, will not commit to a fight yet. Close to the inkjet, but now not anymore, as they will die and have their special gauge set back. Bazooka now pops Chris, looking to potentially punish Afro for that. However, Savage and Chris will be moving on this left side, and Chewits are quite far back on the zone, allowing Tiger to go in, but that baits them into the ink strakes. Tiger not able to get a kill. It's only Mooj left standing, as Chewits will take the lead right back with 3 minutes to go, but their points are so low.
That play from Chris sort of baiting Afro so close, they need to touch the zone. The DistInkt, they manage to neutral, but Afro pops the Zuka. It flips regardless. Could have been more from Afro, but luckily Tame and Mooj were on zone duty.
Yeah, and now DistInkt flip the map right back in their favor. This is looking like the opening of the game, as Savage will fall on that right side. Chewits have almost no map control right now, as the Slosher will also fall in their spawn. What is happening? Oh my goodness, is that the bow finding all of those kills? Because that is some crazy art from them. Afro running in and running straight back out, as the inkjet will stall once again. Chano and Savage have the specials, but Savage is down, so is Chris. Chano has to jump back. 20 points remaining. Chewits have 1 opportunity left, and that's it. You have to flip this zone now. Tame is looking to deny. They will be the player playing far up to go for the kills. Chewits, desperation, will have to go from the right side, but they will find nothing, and they will find themselves in the loser's bracket to the hands of DistInkt.
If anybody asked you, who do you think would make our top 3 in going into day 2? I'm sure everyone would have told you. Chewits, yours mammothly, Infrared. Where's Infrared? Lower bracket. Where's Chewits? Lower bracket. Where's DistInkt? Winners, finals.
Where's the 4th seed from qualifiers? As you said, winners, finals. What?
What?
I wasn't expecting that we were going to save the best for last today in terms of the tournament. I assume the exhibition matches are streamed as well, but what? That is an insane upset. That is, we have some of these, not every UK LAN, but you know, some UK LANs, there's just these sets that are like, if you predicted it, you're kind of crazy. But some teams just make it happen. Some teams, when it's LAN, they turn up and they perform, and DistInkt are performing.
And if you think about how DistInkt play online, it feels like they're playing the exact same. Like they've translated their game style from online onto LAN like fairly smoothly, and the results speak for themselves.
Some teams, that's almost the most impressive thing, because some teams, especially, I mean, the other example is like scrims to tournament, right? Some people play extremely differently. Some teams play extremely differently when there's different amounts of pressure. But being able to translate it from online to LAN, I'm not sure how much LAN experience they have individually, but that's, you know, sometimes exactly what you need, and it's exactly what they've done.